friends, I hope you all are doing well. I welcome you to this new video. Today we will be discussing about the civil seeking an overview about this examination. So many of the students who want to appear in this examination doesn't know the exact examination pattern or scheme of examination, and they blindly start studying for this examination every year. So this video will serve as an awareness for civil services examination. So as you know, civil services examination is one of the most prestigious examination held in our country, and it is basically conducted every year by Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC. So now let's see what is this exam all about. So as you can see on your screen that this CSE examination is conducted for various civil services of Government of India, and the most prominent amongst them is your Indian Administrative Service IAS, Indian Foreign Service IFS, and Indian Police Service, that is IPS. So basically these are some prominent services, but now we will look how many services are there for which this examination is held every year. So as you can see, basically here the list of services is given. So Indian Administrative Service, Foreign Service, Police Service, then there is Indian Revenue Service, IRS, you must have heard of. This IRS is basically divided. There are two different services. One is Customs and Central Excise, and one is Income Tax. Group A, both are Group A services. Then there is Indian Ordnance Factory Service, Indian Postal Service, then service. Different services are there for which this exam is held every year by UPSC. So now we will see what is the eligibility criteria to appear in this examination. So I have taken this screenshot from this year's notification itself, the 2020 CSE notification, which was released in February this year. So as you can see, basically you should be an Indian national, means if you want to aspire for IAS, IFS and IPS, you must be a citizen of India. And for other services also there are criteria listed. Basically you must be an Indian citizen. What about age limit? So is a candidate must have attained the age of 21 years and must not have attained the age of 32 years. So this lower age limit is 21 years and upper age is also for this year's notification. As you can see, the students who had applied this year, they must not have been born earlier than 2nd August 1988, and they should not have born later than 1st August 1999. So the lower age limit to apply for this examination is 21 years and the upper age limit is 32 years. Now this age limit is for open or general category students. If you belong to a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe category, then there is an age relaxation up to a maximum of 5 years. That means up to the age of 37 years you can appear for this examination. And if you belong to other backward classes, that is OBC, then it has age relaxation up to a maximum of 3 years. So OBC candidates can give this exam up to the age sitting in this examination. Now what is the minimum educational qualification? Basically candidates should hold a degree of any university, means if you have a degree from any university, you are eligible to sit for this examination. This examination is not saying that you must be an engineer or a doctor, something like that. Any degree is applicable for this examination. The fourth point is number of attempts. So as you might be aware or unaware that this civil services examination has number of attempts. So for an open category student, maximum attempts permitted are 6. That means he or she can give a maximum of 6 attempts in this examination. For OBC people, it is 9. And for ST candidates, there are no such restriction on number of attempts. So keep these things in mind before applying for this examination. Now what is the plan of examination? So this examination is held in 2 stages. The first stage is known as civil services preliminary examination, which is of objective type, and this prelims is held for selection of candidates for mains examination. After you qualify in preliminary examination, you will sit for mains examination. Now civil services main examination consists of 2 components, that is a written exam and its interview part. Basically they call it as personality test for selection of candidates for various services and posts. So here we can see the prelims exam pattern on our screen. So paper 1 is our general studies, time 2 hours and marks allotted are 200, and paper 2 is your general studies paper 2, which is known as CSAT, that is civil services aptitude test, and this paper is of qualifying nature. Although it is of 200 marks for 2 hours duration, but you need to score minimum 66 marks so that your paper 1 will get evaluated. So basically 33% of total marks is the qualifying criteria kept for CSAT examination, but the final merit list, final list which will be prepared on the basis of prelims exam will consist of only paper 1 marks. So on the basis of marks scored in paper 1, that is general studies, you will be called to write mains examination. So keep this thing in mind. Second thing, marks are not counted. Now this is the exam pattern of mains examination. So as you can see, there are total 9 papers which you have to give in mains examination. Out of these 9 papers, first 2 papers, that is paper A and paper B, they are of qualifying nature. That means you have to just qualify them. The qualifying criteria is mentioned in the notification. Basically roughly you have to score 75 marks out of 300 to qualify in this both the papers. Out of this, paper A is your compulsory Indian language. One Indian language you have to select while filling this application form for CSE, and paper B is your English paper, and both the papers are of 300 marks. The paper 1 to paper 7 are of merit ranking nature. It means that you have to score as many marks as possible in these 7 papers, and your final merit will be prepared, merit list will be prepared using the scores of these 7 papers. So as you can see, paper 1 is of essay. You have to write an essay, 2 essays you have to write in 3 hours duration. Then paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 and paper 5, these are 4 general studies paper, and their syllabus is well clearly defined by UPSC, that what subjects will be asked in which general studies paper. All the papers are of 3 hours duration and they carry 250 marks. And paper 6 and paper 7 is your optional paper, that is you have optional subjects will come after few slides, so then the idea will be clear to you. So the mains examination is of 1750 marks, total marks, that is 250 into 7 papers. After you qualify in mains examination, interview or personality test will be held for 275 marks, and final merit list will be prepared on the basis of 2025 marks. So this is the scenario. So as you can see, this is the prelim syllabus. We have current affairs, then history of India and Indian national movement, we have geography, polity and governance part. Then we have economic and social development, where concepts related to economy and everything will be asked. Then we have environment, ecology, biodiversity and climate change, and finally general. This is aptitude test, which consists of comprehension, interpersonal skills, then reasoning part, aptitude part, general mental ability, basic numeracy will be there, and a few questions related to data interpretation also. So this is the syllabus for prelims. In this video we are not discussing the syllabus in detail, we are just getting the overview of civil services examination. And this is the syllabus of our mains examination. As you can see, there are two papers, paper A and paper B. Paper A, as I said, you have to select one Indian language, and paper B is of English. And as clearly written, papers to be counted for merit. So paper 1 is of essay, paper 2, that is general studies 1, it consists of history, culture, geography and Indian society. Then general studies 2 have governance, constitution. In general studies 3 has economy, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. General studies 4 is of ethics, integrity and aptitude, where case studies will be given to solve. And the final two papers are your optional paper. So written total comes out to be total 1750 marks. So here the list of optional subjects is provided for mains examination. You have to choose any one optional subjects among this. You can even choose literature subject also. Here the literature literature of any language you can choose as your optional also. So if you are planning to appear for next year, that is 2021 attempt, if you are planning to give, then let me tell you that the notification will be out on 10th, held on 27th of June 2021. If you qualify prelims examination, you will be writing the mains examination. So civil services mains examination will be held from 17th of September, and it will be conducted for a total of 5 days. That means over a period of 5 days you will be writing total 9 papers. So this is the calendar of UPSC, which is hosted on their website, so you can refer to it accordingly. So if you have any doubt in this video, if you have any queries, let us know in comment section. We have also our Telegram channels, the link is provided in the description box of the video. So thank you for your time. We will be back with another video in few days. Thank you.